What's good, guys? Limcrimin's back again, and today we're going to be showcasing and highlighting my new favorite character, which of course is, by the title of the video, the Dragondin. Now, I sold my Zealer Smiter for this character, and it cost like 10 to 20 high runes total, so definitely not cheap, but I saw Inferno streaming on Twitch. Shout out to that guy. I'll post his channel link in the description. And I was like, yeah, I need that because I love running maps, but with other characters, it takes like at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes sometimes, right? So super good for efficiency. You can still manage to get really nice magic find, even though it's not a caster build. You can sneak in items there, which you'll see later, or you can run it pure damage if you want. Let me know if you guys have this character. I mean, it's the biggest hipster build right now. If you haven't seen it, then I'm excited for you because it's absolutely ridiculous. Like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, link in the description. Have a good one, guys. Okay guys, so first things first, we need to talk about the skill tree because this is the major difference in why this character is so powerful in PD2. So I've gone and loaded up Lord of Destruction Vanilla, and I've gone to level 2, so I can put 1 point into resist fire to kind of show you what's up. So in PD2, your active skill is going to be resist fire, but here in vanilla, as you can see, all it does is give you fire resistance, so it doesn't add any damage. What you would do back in the day, or if you're still playing vanilla, when you make an Ordin, you would use conviction because it lowers enemy resistance. However, in PD2, they've now added fire damage far more than what conviction can take away in minus resistances, if you get what I'm saying. Aside from that, Holy Fire in vanilla only has synergies from resist fire and salvation, so you get far less damage granted to your equipped Holy Fire skills that you get from Dragon and Hand of Justice. And as far as combat, there's no joust obviously and stuff like that. Okay guys, so we're back at PD2 now. Let's take a look at this skill tree. The same resist fire skill now grants 88% fire damage. Granted, it's level 35, so it's going to be different if you're lower level, but it also gives 122% resist fire and then some passive max fire res. So as far as the skills go, I max out resist fire. I don't have any points into Holy Fire because you don't need it. You still get the synergy bonuses on the skills you get from equipped gear. So I maxed out the synergies, which was resist fire, blessed aim, and salvation. I also maxed out Holy Shield. That's up to you, you don't have to do that. I put 1 point into joust and everything else as far as prerequisites go. And what else? I put 5 points, base points, into meditation so I could have 1 passive mana after each kill, which is going to be really helpful because you burn a decent amount of mana when you're charging around the map, and you don't really have any mana or life leech in this build, so I found that important. Everything else into Defiance for the synergy, defense synergy for Holy Shield, because the more defense you have, the less likely you are to be hit, sorry. And I also put a point into Redemption. This is pretty much nerfed in my opinion. It only gives you 5 life per soul recovered, yet 100 mana, so it's really only useful as a mana regen skill. Doesn't really do much for life, so that is that for the skills. There's only one option for the weapon, the armor, and the shield. You'll go for the Hand of Justice and the Phase Blade. Now, I've seen people with, I saw a guy with the Crystal Sword and I felt kind of bad, but basically with the Phase Blade, it's going to be the fastest attacking weapon that you can use, and it is indestructible. So if it wasn't an indestructible weapon, you're probably going to be repairing it every single game, and you won't be attacking as fast, so you want to hit those breakpoints, which is nice. Everything comes pretty much standard. The ED bonus doesn't matter because you're not doing physical damage, but really nice weapon. Holy Fire, of course. Increased attack speed, ignores target defense, which is great. Minus 20% enemy fire resistance, which is also huge. Deadly Strike. Freezes target 4 life after kill, which is massive. And the armor and the shield, you're going to be using Dragon. Again, Holy Fire Aura. Some defense versus missile. The only roll you can get is 3 to 5 attributes, and of course on both I got 3, why wouldn't I? Some strength based on character level, which you don't actually need because these are the highest strength required items. Increase max mana, max light res, and it's literally the same except for this. I have 40 all res on the Sacred Targe base. For the helm, this is up for debate. I personally use a 2 open socket Shaco because I'm not filthy rich, but the godly versions of this will have a 3 socket Andariel's helm because it has attack speed, all skills, poison res, strength, a bunch of other stuff. You can put 3 fire facets in it, or you can put 3 runes, whatever you want to go for. Excuse me. But I have 2 runes in the Shaco because 2 all skills, mana, life, 30 all res, physical damage reduction, and 50 magic find because I really want to have as much magic find as I can as possible because I am running maps and clearing them really fast, and I want to find nice items. So for the enemy, I have Seraph's Hymn. There is no other option. Luckily this rolled 2-2 with 67% damage to demons and 76 damage to undead, so you'll notice pretty much most things are either demons or undead. So this is just more bonuses stacking for you to do more damage. I have Corrupted Chances with 15% faster block rate. I'll use Magic Find ones when I can corrupt them, but this is what I got so far. So the big thing here is 2 mana after each kill. 15% faster block rate, corrupt isn't bad, but like I said, I want a Magic Find corrupt, and 36 Magic Find is pretty decent for these gloves. And some extra gold, which is great for re-rolling maps and buying stuff off of Anya. We have a gold wrap, which is a perfect 40, and it rolled 5 to all attributes. The other key thing about this is 20% increased attack speed, and also 78% extra gold, which is a pretty high stat. And that's nice for gold find, obviously. We have Tear Haunch, which is, there is no other option. 2 to defensive auras, faster run walk, 1 to vigor, strength, dex, all res, and a magic find corrupt, which I would like a nicer one, or cannot be frozen, but it is what it is. We have a 236-19 Ravenfrost, cold absorb, cannot be frozen, 40 mana, 19 dex because you have to hit that max block, in my opinion, and attack rating, so it is what it is, pretty standard. And a corrupted 41 Nagel. I bought this, I don't know what it was before, but probably somewhere between 28 and 35. So I would like a nicer one, but it's not bad for what it is. On the offhand, we have a 4-bow CTA with a 1 skill lidless rip. So as for the charms, of course we have the Pally Torch 53-18-18. This is one of the first torches I found. Pretty good roll actually, so I'm happy with that. A 50-17-15-5 Annie. Pretty mid roll, I'd say. Experience is pretty low, but it is what it is. 37 Geeds, again magic find. And some defensive lifers. I would have more, but you really don't need, like I do 32k damage right now. You don't need that much, so I sacrificed some defensive aura GCs for res charms and a bunch of hit recovery and magic find charms. So again, more magic find I have, the better. Some life charms, and then a couple of nice life resistance charms. So as for the stat points, I have just enough strength to use all my gear, and then you get a ton again from 34 based on character level from both dragons. I have just enough dex to have, let's see, 75 block. It's going to be 74. Yeah, when I bow and recast Holy Shield, it goes to 75. So just enough points to have 75 block. Nothing into energy, and then everything else into vitality. So quite a lot of vitality, as you can see. I'm 93, so 1900 without bow. It's pretty nice. Just quickly, let's take a look at the mercenary. So infinity isn't necessary. You can still pretty much do everything without it, but it's a nice flex and the aura looks good. And of course, 12 conviction lowers enemy resistances to fire, as well as the stat 46 enemy light res, which I don't need, but as well as 30 magic find, which is nice because your mercenary's magic find stacks on top of yours. So whenever he kills something, he gets your magic find plus his. So nice little perk. Next, of course, we have the Eth Fortitude and a 15% Shadow Plate. Insane defense, 2651. 127 life per character level, so I think that's 1.3. 27 res. Can't go wrong. Typical mercenary armor. Talhelm. I want to have an Andes there, but for now, 8 life leech, 65 life, 20 all res, 24 magic find. Hellmouth gloves, this is for 15 fire orb, so he doesn't die from fire pretty much. The -9 enemy fire resistance doesn't apply to me as far as I know. And some extra fire damage there because he gets my resist fire, so helps him a bit. T-Gods, strength, vitality, light absorb, 9 fast to run while corrupt, nothing fancy. And Trex, nothing fancy. Faster hit recovery, strength, vitality, fire res, and poison res. So Discord's blowing up. Just quickly on the in-depth stats, I don't really hit any FHR, FCR breakpoints. 53 increased attack speed, 275 magic find, which is insane for a non-caster build. So let's just run in here, do a quick bow, and see how insanely godly this is. So I use resist fire, of course, as the active skill, and I charge around for attacking and splash damage. I also charge around for mobility because I feel it's a lot faster than just running around with vigor, or I mean, you can joust, which I do, but only when there's an enemy monster group, right? So when there isn't, you just kind of you just kind of charge around and look for stuff. It's nice joust to get over walls like that. Fire immunes still die pretty quickly from my Mercs damage. As you can see, it's super mobile, and it just literally clears everything. You don't even have to attack, you can just walk around and, I mean, resist fire with holy fire, and conviction will do the work for you technically. Everything dies in 1 to 2 hits. Pop a little redemption there for mana. Let's go do the map boss just to kind of show you. Oops. Another thing, if you charge into a chest sometimes, you will get charge locked, which is super annoying, but all you have to do is just switch to your offhand and then back on. So here, for bosses, you can switch to Zeal, and it's real easy, just tele on them, and Zeal. Literally takes 2 seconds. Every other character I've tried, it takes like 30 seconds to kill the map boss. So that's pretty much that. I mean, downside is it's pretty much only a map running character because there's so many fire immunes throughout the game. And that's pretty much it. It's become my favorite character. It's almost depressing because why would I run any other character for maps now? It's like I only run maps with him now, so super efficient. You could do it in 10 minutes I do maps in, but that's because I'm picking up jewels and gems and stuff. You can easily run it in 6 minutes if you're just clearing tier 1 maps at least. And yeah, let me know. Surely you guys have one of these too. Is it as magic find oriented as mine though? Or did you go for more damage and, you know, kill rate, stuff like that? Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, guys. Have a great one. Thanks.